black girl, if you a black girl, if you a black girl, if you a black girl, do your thing.
Hey y'all, hey y'all, hey y'all. Welcome back to my channel, Black as She Podcast, Black as She, whatever you want to call it. But I'm gonna try to make this super quick without having to do any editing today, because just to be quite frank, your girl is tired and I'm just trying to record before I go to sleep, take a nap or whatever, because I already know once I get in this bed, it's a wrap for the day. It's gonna be a wrap for the day. So let me just real quick backstory. Your girl is tired. So I had a wedding to attend December 3rd, which was yesterday, Saturday, December 3rd. And then today, which is Sunday, December 4th, my brother had a little family brunch for his birthday. His birthday was on Monday, November 28th, but he decided to have his brunch this weekend instead of the weekend prior to his actual birthday. So he had it today. So I drove to Mississippi. Yesterday, the day of the wedding, December 3rd. So I drove yesterday straight to the wedding. It was 7 hours and 47 minutes away. Rounded up, it was 8 hours away. And then backdoored and did a turnaround at 4 a.m. this morning to make it to my brother's brunch. The things I do for the people I love, both the wedding and my brother's brunch, the things I do for the people I love, that I know love me back. Let's be clear. Be smart, y'all. Not silly. But so yes, your girl is tired. Like, I literally drove to the wedding yesterday, had enough time to get dressed. The wedding started at 4. Doors opened at 3:15. I made it there at 1:15. So I got straight in the shower, got dressed, had to rush and do my hair, and was just still got all my stuff, started like packing stuff and back in my bag, because I had everything on the bed. I just like tossed out everything from my bags onto the bed so I can see everything like out in front of me instead of in my duffel bag or whatever, because it was just for one day, so I didn't carry a suitcase. I just had my duffel bag and like a little small mini backpack, which is probably like this big, from Victoria's Secret, just like stuff with stuff. So I poured all that out so I can see it, and just got dressed, and then started dumping stuff in my little backpack to just take it to the church. So I left for the church at 3:35, I believe, and it was like literally 4 minutes up the street. Thank God it was 4 minutes up the street, which I kind of anticipated, but I just didn't know for sure still if it was truly going to be, 4 or 5 minutes up the street. But it was, and it worked out good. So I was thankful for that, because I had the Vaseline. I had to put it on my legs, put it on my feet, put it on my arms, I just had to oil myself and stuff. And then I had to put lotion and stuff all on my hands. Your girl was just a mess, but it all came together. It all worked out well, and I was cute, and I might do another video for you all just showing content, because I kind of want to start doing content a little bit. I'm not a content connoisseur, but I just think it's cool. Like, I love looking at other people's content. I love it. I'm actually infatuated with content, especially like content creators or whatever, and just content in general, just because I am, once again, a mass communications major. So I just love seeing like how creative people can be, and then their editing skills. Like, they didn't even go to school for it. So to see them do it without I guess you can say, the etiquette skill or whatever, which is half of theirs is better than the etiquette skill or whatever, if you ask me. But it's just interesting and cool. And I feel like I don't share a lot of my life. I mean, granted, I have been vulnerable. Actually, I've been very vulnerable with you all, and that's just stuff that I don't share with anybody when it comes to my life, except for my best friend. And most of the time, I don't even share it with her, just because I feel like everyone has their own stuff that they're dealing with. So I keep myself, between my stuff and my family stuff, typically between me and God. But it's come to a point where now I have to be vulnerable so that people will know that they're not going through things by themselves. And it's just really God God directed me and guiding me to be vulnerable with you all, because if it was left up to me, you all would know nothing and my YouTube channel would not exist. So I'm telling you, it's just by his grace that I'm just even on here with the platform that I have at this time, just delivering messages or whatever it is that he wants me to get out to you all. But yeah, so I feel like y'all don't really know me like you know me, like you know some of my stories and testimonies and things that I share, and my stance on things as far as godliness, righteousness, and then just taking accountability. Yeah, and just taking accountability. But yeah, so I kind of start wanting to put out like little reels or little stories of my life and stuff like that. Not too much now until I'm actually ready for that. That's still something that I'm asking God to continuously move through me, and allow me to know like the green light on what I can go on. Like, give me the green light on this, give me the red light on this, give me the yellow light on whatever, but just let me know first before I just dart out and do anything. So I'm still asking for guidance for that. But like, I think fun stuff, sorry, I just kicked my camera, but my tripod rather. But so if y'all see the camera shake right there, then that's why. But yeah, so I feel like y'all don't really know me on that level to where I share certain things. Like I shared the Astros parade. So I want to do like stuff like that, like little fun stuff. So I had such a great time at the wedding. I didn't get as much footage as I wanted. That was the only thing. I more so got footage of like the road and me driving and like cool scenery and like peaceful scenery and stuff, which I thought was incredibly dope, and that's why I recorded it. But the wedding, I think I did get some stuff. So y'all don't knock me if it's just not like, oh, we want more. I'm sorry I didn't get more. Once again, sometimes I just like to live in the moment and let those moments be memorable and personable moments for me and the people that I'm with. So I didn't get much footage, I don't think. I have to look through my camera roll. Like I said, I think I more so got footage of me actually traveling. So I'm gonna try my best to put something together as a little special thing for you all. But yeah, but I'm just hopping on here really quickly. I say all that to say this, to actually get to the point. So I'm just on here because I feel like sometimes people really think that and maybe it's just me, I often wonder, like, do people believe like spiritual beings when we say we talk to God, or when we say we hear from God, or when we say, God has directed and guided us to share certain things with you all, to share, once again, testimonies and experiences and how we hear from him and things like that. Sometimes I often wonder, like, do people take us serious? Do people think that we're just jiving and playing and lying, because as for me, my personal experience, I'm not lying. I'm not joking with you all. What I say stands to be true, and I will keep it as such for the entirety of my YouTube channel. And I just think it's just so crazy, because I know most people look at spiritual beings or Christians or Catholics and things like that, different religions, different cultures, or whatever their beliefs and stances on different type of things when it comes to spirituality, right? And I know some people who are not spiritual, who don't believe, they kind of probably look at us in a different light, like, oh, whatever, these are liars, right? It's blasphemy. They're spreading false things and blah, blah. And I can understand, because if you just don't know Christ, or if you've made that choice not to want to know Christ, then how could you understand where we're coming from? How could you believe if you're choosing not to believe? So I understand from all angles. One thing about me is I'm extremely, extremely open-minded, and I thank God, because I feel like that's such a gift. That's a blessing to be that way, because most people, it's like talking to a brick wall. It's like you sound like a broken record, almost trying to talk to people and pull strings and pull this and all of this other kind of stuff, when at the end of the day, all they're going to do is still think with a one-track mind. So I thank God for giving me this incredible gift to be open-minded. So I see things from every angle, and I try to look at things from every aspect before I speak on things, or before I make a decision, or make a stance on things, or before I try to have like my opinion, because I'm very highly opinionated, but it's just my opinion. Doesn't mean that it's fact on certain things. But when it comes to Christ, it is always a fact with me. And one thing, like I just mentioned, I personally, I don't know about anybody else, but I'm not going to lie to you. When I say Christ is guiding me, Christ is really guiding me. And I feel like a lot of people, or quite a few people rather, I'm not going to say a lot. I don't want anyone to politically correct me and say, how about some? So let me rephrase and backtrack here. Some people probably look at us like, we're false prophets, or whatever the case may be, in which you very much will have those people alive. And then I also feel like some people look at us like we're just being mean, like we're being rude, when we're just stating the obvious truth and stating what God is telling us to state, with good reason and good intention. So I'm speaking on this based on, I feel like some people, once again, feel like we're being mean when we're just speaking the truth and just telling it how it is. And I have an old soul, so I'm going to always be like, what the old people say? Because I know a lot of things that the old people say. Everyone tells me that all the time, like, girl, you have such an old soul. Oh my gosh. And again, another blessing I thank God for. But like the old folks say, what it is, what it is, I'm going to always tell it like it is. And, again, going back to the video I posted where I said you must practice what you preach. It's imperative that you practice what you preach if you're preaching the gospel. In anything, I mean that for anything in your life, practice what you preach. Don't, it's just like I speak from a spiritual stance, but when I'm saying stuff, please take it like, once again, with an open mind. Take it in with an open mind, because I'm speaking just in general terms as well. You can also apply spiritual things to life itself, and to general aspects and general situations altogether. So it's not just about sex or this or that and the other. I'm saying anything you speak on in life, hopefully they're things of good, because the power of life and death relies on the tongue. So I will hope it will be positive things towards yourself, and others, your family, friends, associates, acquaintances, whatever. I hope that it'll be things of good, that you're speaking on and manifesting in this life. But if you're manifesting these things and speaking on these things, whatever it may be, it can be something as simple as fashion that you're talking about. Oh, I like this, or oh, I don't support this because they put up a racist remark or whatever, like who was that, Gucci. Like me personally, you will not see me ever never wearing anything Gucci. If I have something Gucci, it's because somebody gave it to me, and more than likely from the bottom of my heart, from the bottom of my soul, I would probably give it back to them respectfully and say, hey, I can't rock this. And if you know me, you would think that you would not buy me something from Gucci anyway. So I would think that would just resolve that whole issue. But if someone, for instance, just to happen to, maybe they didn't see my Instagram story, or maybe they didn't have that conversation with me to know that I don't agree with Gucci. I don't like the brand at all whatsoever. I can't stand it because of something they did in the past that was racist, as well as Montclair. No, I'm not rocking either one of those brands. You won't see me with it. So it can be something like that. Like if your stance is you're not rocking with that, it's not that you have to prove something to anybody. That's just my stance. Like it is what it is. I'm not going to continue. Like if I said that and I didn't like Gucci or whatever, and I went to go buy it, I would buy it because of the sole purpose of me wanting to buy it. And I would just get on the internet and tell it like it is and say, okay, y'all, I gave in, I bought Gucci, yada, yada, yada. But you won't ever see me rocking it. I'm sorry. My dad wears Gucci shoes and I despise it. And I tell him about that all the time. Like, why? It just makes me nauseous. Why are you doing, like, no, you won't see me personally supporting those type of brands like that. It's only one that I rock right now, and that's Louis Vuitton. And that's right now, they better not. If they come out with something, I will politely and gladly and speedily put it on the real for resale. Okay. I don't play about stuff like that. Stuff that I'm passionate about, I do not play about it. So anyways, I say that to say, it can be something like as passionate as that. But once my stance is on something, my stance is on something. So it is what it is. If I say I don't like something online, you better believe I'm not purchasing it offline. And I'm not hiding it or stuffing it under couches or whatever, trying to protect what I said. I say what I mean, and I mean what I say. That's just me. And I understand like not everybody is like that, but I'm just saying the importance of it is this. Here we go. Here we go, because people think we be playing. When I made that practice what you preach video, the purpose is obvious and it's simple. You must practice what you preach. And I'm not going to keep going back and forth with this specific topic. It just so happened that it came to my doorstep. You know, it came to my doorsteps so I can use this platform to be even more like expand the explanation of that and what it truly means, and the importance of standing on your word, you know, and doing what you say, doing as you say. So there is, I was on the Instagram, right? Here we go to blogs. Woo, blogs. Thank you, blogs, because they give me something to talk about. But like, and to further explain, like I say, and discuss, and this is a discussion. All my things I feel like we can discuss as adults, as mature, young, and older adults. There is a singer, I'm not going to say name, you can Google it, I'm sure you'll pull right up. Google and YouTube are my best friends, so I'm sure they could be your best friends as well. But yeah, there's a singer that was under hot fire earlier this week because what happened? She was talking about how she's a godly woman, how she's extremely spiritual, how she believes in God, and this, that, and the third, how she would conduct herself as such. Now, this is a singer now. I even have her playing on one of my Instagram reels. So that can also help you too if you go to my Instagram at Jasmine Ivory. Well, my page is private. So again, you can DM me and let me know, hey, I follow you on YouTube or whatever, and I just wanted to follow your page and try to see whoever this person was or whatever, even if it's just for that, the sake or sole purpose of doing that, that's perfectly fine. No, I am not trying to boost no Instagram followers. Please don't play with me. It's nothing like that. I am the one who actually had a whole Instagram page back in college, which is still up actually. Leave it to me. I actually follow my own page from my new page, but I actually stopped with that page because the problem for me was that I had way too many followers who I didn't know. So I was just like, no. So the people that I follow, well, not that I follow, because I mostly follow celebrities and blogs and stuff like that. Those that I like, and that's still 2,000 too many that I follow. So I need to go through that and unfollow some of them. But the 800 and something followers that I have now is because I personally, like, I've literally either seen you in person, know you through a mutual friend, or know of you through a mutual friend, have spoken to you at some point in my life, had a conversation, even if it was for a minute or 2 minutes, with you in my personal life. Like, those 800 people are there for that reason. I have like a few, like maybe 2 handfuls of people who I allowed to follow me or whatever that I don't know, and it's because they took up for me or whatever on a certain post, that maybe something like that, like they took up for me on a certain post and then they followed me like right after, and so I was like, oh, okay, this is the person that took up for me, so let me go ahead and let her follow me or let him follow me or whatever the case may be, right? So things like that. So it's not for likes or anything like that by me saying my personal page. And that is, by the way, it's at Jasmine Ivory, and I'll put it below. It's JASMINIV as in Victor, ERY. Y'all can tell I say that a lot when it comes to bills and making payments and stuff, because I'm like, no, it's not Ivory like the soap with an O, it's with an E. IVERY, not IVORY. But and people tell me that too, like, you must have this happen to you a lot. I'm like, yeah, it's not even a big deal. Trust me, I can care less. Sorry about that, y'all. I'm not sure what's going on or what's being rolled outside, but yes, hopefully y'all heard what I just said. That person, I used one of her songs for my reels or whatever, and I think I'm still gonna think she's a vibe. That stuff it's not gonna faze me. But this is what I'm saying: practice what you preach, because boy, did she get scrutinized. Did she get scrutinized? She wore some type of clothes or whatever. Hold on, the rolling is coming back. Yeah, I can't. I definitely need some type of high-rise house. I can't. And I love this place, y'all. It's so convenient. It holds memories from my cousin who, like I said before, stayed across the street. It's so freaking peaceful. It's like in the midst of everything. Anywhere I want to get takes me like 10 to 15 minutes, whether it's downtown, whether it's midtown, all the hot spots or whatever, even though I don't even go out like that anymore. I'm actually starting to get back in the groove, but it's still kind of like, it's like pulling teeth, like it's still kind of hard without my girl. Being here to do it with me, even after 3 years, it's just very like, do I really? But I'll do it with my family. Family, I'm always down. It's no question, no hesitation. But anywho, so yes, she was under the line of fire. When I say they was attempting to crucify her, none of them were really good crucifixions, but who are they to crucify anyway, for one, as I always say, and for two, it's just like, these are so lame. Like, what they're saying is so lame. I mean, even if it wasn't lame, it was stupid. It was stupidity. But I can't say that I'm mad at them, because that's what I'm talking about. This is the stuff that I'm talking about. Just to be 100, I'm not gonna cap y'all down. Like, this is for real stuff, like, that people be playing with. You can't come out here saying you spiritual and you holy and you love Christ and you're this and you're that and you're a worshiper and you're this, and then how you would never do this and never. Now, she put herself in the line of fire because she's the one who said, I would never do this, I would never do that, because I'm a believer and a representative of Christ. To sum it up, in summary, paraphrasing rather, let me make that clear, I'm paraphrasing that based on a post that one of the blogs shared, as to why they chose like these, these internet trolls or whatever you want to call them, based on the reason why they crucified her or tried to come for her neck or whatever the case was. They showed the post to where she actually tweeted something, and it came back on her. It came back and slapped her in the face because she took these photos, apparently. And I saw the photos because I saw the blog, and I was like, what the heck is even going on? Why is she even in the blogs? And what's so bad about her saying that she's spiritual and that she doesn't condone certain things and her beliefs in her relationship with Christ? What's so bad about that? And then, of course, reading further before I make any type of assumptions or just talk out the side of my neck, I took the time to complete the full blog posting or whatever. It's like 4 slides, and I read every single last one of them, and that was including the responses on her attire and what she was wearing, basically, and why she was getting chewed out. And yeah, the people was going at her because she wore these clothes. And to me, to be honest, I'm not gonna even lie, the clothes didn't look that bad to me, but I still can see where they're coming from. It was only one that really stood out where I was just like, and it didn't even really stand out like that, but I was just like, okay, this is the one that they probably have a problem with as far as that goes. I was like, oh, okay, if I can pinpoint out of any of these pictures that she took with these type of clothes, this gotta be the one that has them in an uproar. But even still, I didn't feel like it was trashy. And again, maybe it's because I have an open mind and I have a heart, and I have tried to keep having a godly spirit and an aura about myself where I don't judge and on things that I feel are just like petty. I felt like that was a very irrelevant, like with everything that's going on in the world, to pick out something that she had on that wasn't even bad, to be honest. It's something that I would wear if that was my style, but that's not my style, because sometimes I still can be a little risque with what I wear. Like, I'm a little risky sometimes, but I'm still going to keep it classy. And know anybody that knows me and don't know me, the way that I carry myself, the way that I was raised, the way that I present myself, anybody would tell you pure class, the epitome of class. Regardless if I show a little skin or whatever, it's still going to come off classy. So even me, I'm very risky to an extent with what I wear, but it's nothing. It will never be nothing like that where I'm showing like my booty or my booty cheeks or my private area. I may show, my risque is showing stomach, and I may have like a little low cut, sexy V-neck, however you want to perceive that, every now and then. But yeah, and it's because it's for my own self, and I like to feel sexy, but I also, as a whole, completely know that I'm also, once again, representing Christ. So I always try to keep that in mind and keep that intact when I am dressing. So just because I'm godly does not mean that I can't be sexy. I feel like sexy is all about how you make your look. Like, I think it's all about the person and how you carry yourself. And I feel like Christian, spiritual people, whoever, can be sexy. Why do we have to get crucified for that? But anyways, because I'm gonna do that regardless. Whatever. Talk to your pastor, not me. But and you might not can't even talk to him. So I don't know. You talk to God, not me. Okay. But no, for real. But for real, I feel like you should be able to be sexy without being judged because you're spiritual, whatever the case may be. What she had on was not even sexy. It was not even like heathen type of wear, whatever you want to say, whatever the people be saying nowadays, heathen activities, heathen stuff, and it's just all exhausting, to be honest. But yeah, it was like a cut off top, but it had like holes in it. It was like a black long sleeve, if I'm not mistaken. I may be wrong, so y'all really gonna have to Google this. But to my remembrance, I feel like it was a black long sleeve and it had like holes in it, like in the right areas though, like in the arm area. And then she had on like these tights and some shorts over the tights. And then the tights had like the same kind of hole pattern with the holes in them. And that was it. And that was it. Like, that was the only picture that I could have seen them having a problem with, but it was not even a big ordeal to me. But again, I'm just hopping on here to say, plain and simple, to keep it brief in the book, you got to practice what you preach, because once you say it, people are going to be watching your every move. Y'all know the type of society that we live in. People be ready, the trolls be ready to lash out and to take out their frustrations, their anger, their misery, their them being unsuccessful and not where they should be or want to be in life. They stay ready. They stay ready so they don't have to get ready to be able to throw negativity somebody's way. Like, they stay ready. So we have to make sure that we are on our P's and Q's, that our I's are dotted and that our T's are crossed, because especially when you're represented, this is just, again, in general, that's for anybody. You got to make sure your I's stay dotted and your T's stay crossed, because everywhere, every way you look, people are ready to be negative and to just go for the jugular. They don't care what they say. They don't care how they say it, because that's their feelings of themselves. So they want other people to be brought down with them. Misery loves company. So they don't want to see other people happy. They don't want to see other people smiling. They don't want to see other people getting more successful by the day. So they wait to throw these jabs and these darts to tear people down. And then especially when you're in the limelight, oh my God, my heart goes out to all the celebrities. And that's why I follow a lot of them, because I like to get to know them from afar, just like over Instagram and social media. And just, even me, I go a little bit further and I would Google like certain things that I want to know about them. If they have it on Google, I'll read it and read articles. So when I be going to bat for people and when I be taking up for people, it's because I've done my own personal research. This is like no cap. People talk a good talk, but once again, won't walk the walk. When I say I would rather do my own research and do that for people, that's what I do. Like Cardi B. People probably will crucify me for liking Cardi B, but I love Cardi B, not because of what she does as an entertainer. I don't even look at that. I look beyond that, and I feel like that's the sole purpose of, that's what spiritual beings are supposed to do. People want to scream that they're Christians and spiritual and this and that, but then have no heart and have no soul and treat people like garbage. I will never sit up here and say I agree with what she does as an entertainer. I don't agree with like the whole stripping scene. I'm not judging anybody or bashing anybody for it. Sometimes you just got to do what you got to do. And again, I'm open-minded, so I understand that. But I also understand that I'm still going to hold you accountable, that once you know better, you do better. She know better, so she do better. She ain't stripping no more. She used that to elevate herself, to get her to where she is. So that's why I have respect for her, one. Two, I look at the soul of a person, the soul of a being, the spirit, the intention, the heart of a being, the mindset, the mentality, and I see the work that she does in New York, her community, her city, her family, her loved ones. Like, this girl goes above and beyond. That's what I look at people for. That's my ultimate like and and like infatuation, which is not celebrities, because they're all human. Like I said, I don't care what blue check you got by your name, you are still here with everybody else. God can give you this and take it away from you then tomorrow, and you will still be right back here with everybody else. So I don't look at anybody as an idol. I don't look at people as relationship goals and, oh my gosh, I'm just infatuated with these people. No, I really truly like certain couples and admire certain couples, but for me to say relationship goals or this and that and the third, I have never, and I will never. I did post on my Instagram story, Aldondre Whitfield and his wife, Sally Whitfield. I said, if, capital IF, if I were to ever say relationship goals, I would have to go with these two, Sally and Aldondre Whitfield, who have been married 25 years in the making, happily married. From my point of view, from my perspective anyways, and what they have shared with us on certain platforms, individually and as a married couple. They're of course black married couple. They're both actors. He's an actress, he's an actor, but she's an actress, he's an actor. There we go. Which is how they met in that industry or whatever. So I said that because I know, here we go, gotta cross my T's, dot my I's. I know some folks, if they follow me on Instagram, you did say no, baby. I said, if I were to ever scream relationship goals, it would be these two. And I think in the past, that was my BAD. In the past, I think I did acknowledge Devon Franklin and Megan Good when they were married, that if, again, capital I, capital F, if I were to ever say relationship goals, it would be these two. And I just liked how I loved how he loved her. But, you know, unfortunately, you can tell, you can sense some things in the spirit that, you know, caused their divorce or led to their divorce. Not saying one was wrong, but both of them have to take accountability, because I see it again on both parts, from both aspects of what could have possibly went wrong. And as time will tell, we will figure out more little by little. I'm nosy, so I gotta know, because I really like them together. But apparently some people had foreshadowed them not lasting for a long time, which I did not see. But now looking back and, you know, having time to just reflect or whatever, I'm like, oh yeah, I see, yeah, you know. But yeah, so yeah, but so yeah, I don't glorify. If this person come back here one more time, y'all. And then they started singing. This time. Y'all probably didn't hear that. I am too. Or maybe it's another person singing. See, because it sounds like the singing coming from this way, but the person with the rolly thing is all the way down there. I need something else, Lord. Lord, I need something else. I know you got me, though. I know you got me, bro. I know you got me. Oh, sweet Jesus. See? We all human. That's something I get a little irritated by. I'm just like, okay. But yeah, so no, I don't follow people or whatever and stuff like that, like for the sake of trying to get popular and this and that and the third. I could care less, and I could care less if somebody has a blue check by their name or whatever. But I was just saying, like, my heart and prayers go out to them, because people who are just everyday people, like, who don't have a blue check, get crucified and judged every day on a daily basis. So you just add being in the limelight to that. That has gotta be such, I would feel so traumatized. I'm not even gonna lie to you. Like, I would feel so traumatized every day of my life. I would stay with a therapist, like, on deck. Like, you have to come on the road with me, ma'am, or sir, like, you got to come on the road with me. Like, I need you hooked to my belt buckle, because these people are just cruel. They don't care. They don't care. They don't give two middle fingers. Like, they do not care. So I'm just like, you know, it's just like, as everyday people, and they are everyday people, they just have a check next to their name. And so people go to the next level extreme on bullcrap when it comes to these individuals, and it's just sad. So I'm like, if everyday people go through being crucified and judged, just imagine celebrities. Like, they really have to be on their P's and Q's. They can't just respond how they want to respond like we can. They can, but then they have all these endorsements and sponsorships that can just easily snatch them and rip them from everything, from millions and billions of dollars in the course of seconds and minutes. Like, it's disgusting. So it's just like, it's like, when we ask for things and we ask for the success, we really have to ask for the mental stability to be able to sustain all of that stuff that we will have to take in. Pardon me, sorry. Like, we really have to ask for the mental health and just like the sanity portion of it as well, as much as we ask for the fortune and the fame, because it hits hard. It hits hard every day. Like I said, just, I know somebody that's going through this, or somebody's going through that. You may know somebody going through this, or somebody that's going through that. I myself and my family go through something. We go through things. So it's just like, ooh, I just feel so bad for them. And for that specific artist who they were targeting, I'm just like, I didn't see anything wrong with it. And I think I commented and said that. But if I didn't, I'm gonna have to go back and find the blog and comment and say that, because I was just like, I probably thought it was bull crap and just kept scrolling like, what the heck are they even? I'm not going to even entertain it. I'm already exhausted just with everything else. I'm not going to entertain it. So I probably didn't respond for that sole purpose, but typically I would respond and say something and be like, look, no, but I probably was just drained if I didn't comment on it. I ain't gonna even lie. But that's all I was coming on here to talk about. Like, when I'm talking about stuff, when I'm saying it's God telling me to say this, it's truth. And I don't need validation from no human being, but God always gives me validation that I'm on the right track and that I'm doing what he has called me to do, and that I am speaking correctly, regardless of who may feel a certain way. I hope that I never offend anyone, but I hope that anyone who watches my videos or whatever, just take heed to the messages and just have an open mind and be open to different perspectives and how you view things, and be open to looking at things and dissecting things and what I'm saying at different angles, so that you can better understand what I'm truly talking about in the depth as into which I'm talking about something. I'm telling you, like, it's not me just on here talking just to be talking, or spending my time where I can be sleeping right now, just on here talking about certain things that God has led me to talk about. I promise y'all, I'm not on here to just waste my breath and to just lolly ha 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 and just talk air or whatever. I'm just here because God is telling me to be here. And so after I posted that, and I posted a follow-up video about practice what you preach, and then I posted practice what you preach, and then I posted a follow-up video further explaining, because you got to explain and hold people's hands with certain things to make sure your content is not taken out of context. So and then, like, what was that, like a week later or whatever, here comes this artist who is getting crucified and darts thrown at her because she did not practice what she preached. And it doesn't make it right for them doing that, which, if you haven't gathered, it doesn't make it right. I don't feel like I'm not in alliance with them crucifying somebody, but I am saying this is what I'm talking about. You can't say you're this and you're that and don't live it and be about that life in real life, because they gonna come for your neck. And it's not even them coming for your neck. They're holding you accountable, as they should. They very much well should. It's just the way that they're going about doing it. It's not justified on their part to be rude and ignorant and disgusting as well by the comments that they leave. But they are holding you accountable. And so will God. And so will God. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. Lecrae has a song, one of my favorite gospel hip hop artist who doesn't get enough credit. In fact, he gets a lot of crucifixion from others as well. You know, he won a Grammy, but he can't win a gospel award because they say he's too hip hop for gospel. He's too gospel for hip hop. So But by the grace of God, when he was awarded that Grammy, very well deserved. This was a while ago. It wasn't recent. It should have been recent. It should be every year because he's that dude for real. But he has this line and he say, the only one can judge me is God, but he gonna judge me harder. It's something similar to that. That's not the exact line, y'all. I'm gonna go back to the song and listen to it again. I haven't memorized it yet, but I'm gonna go back to the song, listen to it again, and I'm gonna put that verse in the description, and that's where it's gonna come from. So if y'all like, where she got this from? Actually, I'm just gonna put Lecrae next to it so y'all can know that that's what I'm referring to. Like, exactly. That's all I'll be trying to come on here say. If you know, when you know better, do better. If you're gonna practice about God and preach about the gospel, practice it in real life. You know, don't just put on this facade for social platforms and social media and you're living a whole, like a double life almost. That's exhausting for one. And I can't keep up with that. So like, not my little brain, not my little heart, not my little emotions. I can't do all that. I can't lead a double life. So I got to come with it when I practice what I preach. I ain't got no choice. But for those who have a choice, I suggest that you choose wisely, because you're right. Only God can judge you. And that's what it's going to boil down to. And that's all I'm here to say. That's all I'm here to spread. That's all I'm here to try to get people to understand. When that day comes and you stand in front of God, that's where it's going to matter. That's where it's going to matter. So are you doing what you're saying under God? That's all I'm saying. Like, you gotta do it. You gotta do it. That's all I'm saying. But yeah, they got on that guy. They got on that girl. They got on that artist like they was getting on her, and I feel bad. But it's just like, I also know they were doing it in a disgusting way, but it's called accountability. And like I said, still, I don't agree with the picture being a horrible picture, or the clothes that she had on the picture being a horrible picture. So stupid. Like, I don't agree with it, but it's the fact that it's not my opinion. It's the opinion of everybody else that's ready to say something anyway. So they said what they wanted to say regarding her photos. But yeah, and the first thing that they went to, the first dart that they threw at that little target, not the same one who says she loved Christ, who says she's spiritual, wearing clothes like that, who says she's a woman of God. Yeah, that's what they said. They went right for it. They ain't waste no time. And that's all I'm saying. That's all I'm here to say. But all right, y'all, your girl is tired. I done gave y'all 43 minutes. I'm probably going to edit it, so it probably won't be 43 minutes when I'm done with it. Probably be like 20 minutes. I think I can make it 20 minutes, because I don't see that it's necessary to make it 30, even 30 or 35 minutes. I don't know, but all right, y'all. Your girl is tired. I'm about to fall asleep on camera. And then how about this, y'all? And I'll let y'all know if it happens or not. I'll also write that under the description portion on this video. Typically when I'm tired like this and I feel like I'm about to get the best rest or nap in the world, I actually don't go to sleep. And it's sad. Y'all, I am literally running off of a total of 4 hours of fuel. 4 hours of fuel, meaning I slept 2 hours Friday night in preparation of me leaving Saturday morning. I slept 2 hours yesterday night, Saturday, December 3rd. I slept 2 hours Saturday night in preparation of me leaving this morning, Sunday, to leave Mississippi, coming back home to Texas. Watch, I don't sleep, but it's my fault too, because I be trying to catch up on shows. I have to do God's work, and then to kind of like recharge myself, I have to dive into some shows. I'm a movie fanatic. I'm a series fanatic. right now my favorite show. I think the season is done, and I'm so sad and heartbroken. And I even wrote the director on Instagram because I'm like, you gotta be kidding me. But I wrote it under the comment section. I didn't DM her or anything, but I'm probably gonna DM her because she breaking my heart, because my show right now is Cherish the Day season 2. It stars Joy Bryant and Henry Simmons, two of my favorite people in the industry. I always felt like Joy Bryant, well, both of them, Joy and Henry, were very underrated. I feel like they were phenomenal. They are phenomenal actors, and yeah, so they really got to shine with season 2 of Cherish the Day, as leads in the show. But yes, so yeah, y'all, watch. I'm gonna sit up there and go watch Cherish the Day season 2 all over again and try to see how to deal with season 3. There not being a season 3 with these same faces on it. Like, it needs to be a continuation. And I am gonna message Ava DuVernay, because girl, what are you doing, woman? Playing with my emotions like this with this show, and we don't get a season 3. This one was too good. The first season I didn't really care for. I didn't like how she did it, but this season she came out with that bat. Where it go. She came out swinging, y'all. And I was like, the whole angle and the shift that she took. Boy, it's so much stuff that they doing. I can't explain it. So much that they're doing that is just creativity that they, oh my God. It's for a deeper reason why I like it, but you would literally have to be a freaking film industry fiend of any sort to really just see where I'm coming from as to why I love the show and why I love her as a director, an African American female director that is, let me put that on her name, period. But stop playing with that woman. That's who I aspire to be like her. That one right there. Like, outside of certain qualities and characteristics from my mommy and my godmom and my godsister and my aunts, and even my dad, as far as like who they are and what has made them who they are as a whole and all together. Outside of them, then it will be definitely like Ava DuVernay. But man, it's just like, I have literally watched, and I'm ashamed to say it, but that's just how good the show is to me. So I don't need nobody coming back saying, girl, that show is not all that. I'm just saying, for me, from my perspective, I think it's all that. And I have probably watched like each episode, probably like, well, I know it's 2 episodes for sure. Let me rewind that back real quick. It's like 2 or 3 episodes, to be quite honest, that I probably watched about 7 or 8 times a piece. And every single time, this is why I love those specific 3, because it's like every single time I watch it and I find something new. I don't even be trying to find nothing new. And then that's what kind of be making me want to watch it again, is to now, like, the first time I'm like, I'm not trying to find nothing new, but I see something new. And then it's like, oh, I get taken back. Like, I'm like taken aback. Like, what? That, again, that completely went over my head, and I was like, I don't like that. I need to watch it again. Let me make sure ain't nothing else going over my head. Like, so yeah, those are that show. And then I've been catching up on The Game, the new series, The Game, where it's just Hosea Sanchez took the lead of it, and then everybody else, their real names just went over my head, child. Even their character names went over my head. I'm tired. When I take a nap and come back, my memory and my brain should be refreshed, and I can probably give y'all the names if I still feel like talking about it. But yes, but yeah, I've been rewatching The Game episodes from the very, oh my goodness, from the very, that's from my brother's brunch, that mimosa, girl. But yes, so yeah. Why I just sound like Tamar smacking my lips like that? Why did I just do that? But I love Tamar, but I don't know why I just made my lips like that. Anywho, but yeah, so I've been catching up on that because the new season comes out December 15th, next week. Hey, hey. But yes. But let me go to bed, y'all. I'm gonna try to go to bed. I promise. I already know me. As tired and drained as I am, I might get my behind in here and watching TV. I need to be reading my Bible. That's what I need to be doing. I left it in the car because I carry it everywhere I go, especially like when I go on trips. Like it's just been like my own personal tradition. Like I carry it with me. It's like my safety net. And I feel like if I have it with me, I'm gonna be okay. And I left it in the car, and I left my little it's a book that's like it coincides with the Bible, but it's not a Bible. It kind of goes into like more in depth, but it's not big like the Bible. It's only like this big, this thick. And I left that in my car too. I'm gonna get it later. No, I need to go get it because I just realized I left some other stuff in my car. I left a lot of stuff in my car. Oh my gosh. Okay, well, I need to go out there and get that before I get in this bed. As much as I don't want to go get it. But yes, I've been catching up on the game. Getting ready for that. Hey. Oh, yeah, clap. All right. But, okay, y'all, let me go to bed. Till next time. Bye. Bye, y'all. Well, y'all, if y'all stuck around for this long, just let me tell y'all that I truly, truly, truly appreciate it. 51 minutes is such a long freaking time. I definitely did not anticipate on having it this long. I was going to do some extreme editing, but I decided not to, just for the soul and the sole purpose and just the sake of just wanting to be clear on everything and making sure I hit all my points so that you all can fully understand to like a certain capacity, into which like what I was talking about as far as like making sure you do what you say and you say what you do. So yes, I do apologize for the lengthy video today. And once again, if you all have stuck around for this long, just know that I truly greatly appreciate it. Hopefully you all like took a break. You could have paused it like midway, did whatever you need to do around your house, and then came back. But if not, thank y'all for watching it all the way through and I'm sending you all so much love, light, respect, gratefulness, and thankfulness. And wishing you many blessings, joy, and happiness. Thank y'all. Bye.